reino acabará en pedazos si los hombres no recuerdan su juramento al rey Viserys y a su legítima heredera.
Los Hightower siguen avanzando. Debéis cortar la cabeza de la bestia.
Well, hello guys. How are you?
Hello,
It's
Gonzalo.
Gonzalo, my cartelera in Spain. First of all, such a pleasure being here and congratulations because the first 2 episodes are amazing.
Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm glad you enjoy it.
A lot. So, my question, what I want to ask you, because obviously both of your characters will grow in importance in this second season. So, what can fans expect from them?
So with Jason Baylor, obviously we haven't had many moments in season 1 where you actually see them two connect. They're sort of quite new to each other in season 1, and now, you know, we get to see them connect as a couple, as they should be. Jace feels like he can't really talk to most people, so Baylor is one person, I believe, that he can really open up to and really talk to on a level.
Yeah.
And they've both been through similar things, you know, so
yeah, they've both
can
experienced
connect.
loss, and I think they care about each other so deeply. What I think speaks for the whole season is that we get to see how much these characters care about each other.
Yeah.
And it's especially true for Jason Baylor because they just want to look out for each other all the time. And even if that means, I think sometimes you see them kind of like getting cross with each other and it comes out of love, it comes out of wanting them to not get in harm's way. So we can see a lot more of that. We can see a lot more of their relationships with other characters and growing within themselves and just taking on a lot of responsibility.
They in my opinion, they have the most healthy relationship in the whole of the series.
No toxicity.
No.
That was not difficult, by the way. No, but that's beautiful. And now I want to ask you, how are they dealing with the death of Luke? Because for at least for what we have seen, it's like very important thing in the development of the season.
Yeah, so, you know, Jace feels responsible because it was his idea for him to send Luke and him off to the journeys. Obviously, in his head, I think he knew it was somewhat dangerous, but I think he found it as like a thrill, and he just sort of assumed everything would be fine, which you wouldn't have thought that was going to happen. Yeah, I just think when Jace deals with grief, he obviously doesn't want to come across weak, and that's what I think is so nice about our relationship, is because when he does talk about it, it's with Baylor. But obviously we saw in episode 1 when he does have a hug with Rhaenyra, his mother, which again, when do we ever see mother and son moments like that? Because we're always at, I don't know, the painted table or doing something similar like that.
Dinner or
Yeah. So that seeing those really intimate moments between Baylor and Jace and Rhaenyra and Jace, they're really special because it gets very real, and how real people deal with grief, which I really like.
Yeah, I actually, and from what you've just said, I think one thing that is kind of a nice takeaway from the awful thing that's happened is that they do just have to get closer.
Yeah.
Because in this season, everybody is so suddenly scattered. And for Baylor, Rhaenyra's, you know, not there, and there's not a person that they can go to immediately. And so all of Jace's people have gone and all of Baylor's people have gone, and this mad thing is happening. And so the one thing to take away from that is that they get to be together.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Now, there's the promise that in the first season, the war was coming. Now the war is here. The promise is that we will have more action, more blood, more death. If you have to rate it in a scale of Game of Thrones level, you know, how much of violence and all that are we going to have in this season? Because I guess it's still growing.
I mean, there's not really much we can tell you, to be honest.
We could do a general number.
A general
10 being
number?
like blood wedding, which was like a very, very, very dark time again.
Okay.
And 0 being like fine.
Okay.
7's a safe number.
You want to stick to like middle-ish? 7.
Yeah, top end middle. Maybe more.
All I can say is it's bigger and it's better.
Yeah. Yeah.
So enjoy.
That's great. Now I want to ask you, because part of the season was filmed during the strike. So I would like you guys to tell me how did you leave that moment? How was it the process when everything was stopped?
Well, we was on an equity contract, so we still started filming during the strike.
Yeah.
So
We'd
we
already started, hadn't we? We were well into it.
we
when
sort
it
of
started.
carried on, didn't we?
Yeah.
But yeah, we were, I think, one of the only productions that carried on. But
Yeah, we were so lucky.
Because of our contract, we carried on.
Yeah, we were really, really lucky. And it was such a mad time for the whole industry that I think everybody just felt grateful to be in work and to see crew in work, because that was the thing that was most affected. It wasn't just the actors, it was like everybody. So I think we just felt really, really grateful. But we managed to carry on because the scripts had all been written and we were in equity contract.
So they are telling me I have to wrap up. I'd love to ask you a lot of things about dragons, about everything. But guys, again, congratulations.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
¡Luchamos por nuestra reina!
Temo lo que he desatado.